I'd like to talk about an interesting thing that I've noticed recently in my own life and in other people's lives, and we are all guilty. We're all doing this. This is an unconscious kind of strategy that a lot of us do when we're breaking up with someone. So imagine a situation where you are breaking up with someone. You are no longer into this person. You no longer desire them. You don't love them anymore even. Just things have changed for you. You're no longer interested. But this other person might still be interested in you, might still be heavily into you or in love with you or whatever. And so the situation arises where you have to sort of break it off and break it to them, right? That you are leaving. So I think everybody knows this strategy I'm going to describe. It's like we don't want to hurt the other person, right? We want to spare the pain. And so we're trying to minimize the situation. Instead of being like really straightforward and direct and say, look, I'm no longer interested in you, I'm not into you, I don't desire you, I don't love you, I don't want to be with you. We start sort of beating around the bush and say things like, well, I just need some time. I think for a while we should just be friends. I need some time to do these things, to fix these problems that I have. Maybe in the future, we can get back together. So, in other words, you are breaking up. You are telling the other person that you are not interested, but you're vague about it. You're not straightforward. You are giving some sort of a reason why you're doing this. It's usually some outside reason. It has nothing to do with you. It could be like your existing marriage, or it could be whatever is going on in your life. But obviously 90% of the time, I'm not saying 100% of the time, but 90% of the time, we're really talking about the fact that you're no longer that interested, or maybe you're just not interested at all. So then the other person doesn't hear that, right? They're in love with you, so they don't hear that you're not interested, because you're not actually saying that. What they're hearing is that right now you can't go on, or maybe in the future you'll be together, or you would really love to be with them, but these external conditions are not allowing it, and so on and so forth. So they won't be able to just make a clean break with you. They'll just always be hanging there and hoping, and they won't be able to go on with their lives. And you can really destroy years of a person's life like this. I've seen relationships where this went on for many years, for 10 years, before the other person finally understood or was made to understand that this is just something that's never gonna work. So now, why do we do this? Why do people use this strategy? I think it's because we are trying to be good. We're trying to be nice. We're trying not to hurt the other person, and we don't want to come across as these assholes who just, create this huge pain. But pain is part of every relationship. No matter how happy you were together or how wonderful it was, there's going to be a moment for whatever reason when that's going to change, and it's better to just face that face on, and if you don't love someone anymore, if you don't want to be with them anymore, just tell them clearly, unequivocally. Do not be ambivalent. Just say, I don't want to be with you. Not now, not in the future. It's over. It's finished. Please go on with your life. And that's going to be painful. That's going to hurt, obviously. It's going to create a lot of problems for the other person, but way less problems than this sort of mishmashing, hemming and hawing, kind of breakup technique. So just, be be direct, be straightforward, and say it like it is.